Hi guys, I wanted to make this quick video to help you with this project that you are doing. What you are going to do is you need to drag each box where it belongs. So thinking about fiction and nonfiction. So what do we know about fiction? We know fiction, usually you are reading for entertainment. You are thinking about how there are characters, solutions, problems, settings. So sometimes fiction is not real. Sometimes it can have some truth to it, but most of the time, fiction is not real. So I'm going to slide that box over there. When we're talking about nonfiction, we know that it is usually real and factual, right? The other thing that nonfiction has a lot of the times are like photos, charts, diagrams, and other texts. A lot of times you see that nonfiction also has bold print and italics to show different vocabulary terms or words that you may not know. Let's see. You also know that when you're reading nonfiction, you're more reading to learn, whereas for fiction, you are reading for entertainment. Let's see. For nonfiction, you can read it sometimes out of order. If you were to read a fictional book out of order, sometimes it wouldn't make sense. With that said, you know that fiction is going to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Now, illustrations, you could have illustrations for nonfiction, but most of the time they're going to be more like photos, charts, diagrams, things like that. So we're going to put illustrations right here for the fiction. We know that with fiction, you're also going to have dialogue. So like characters are going to speak to one another. This one says includes how-to historical scientific texts. That's going to be nonfiction. This one says characters, settings, problem, solution. We already talked about that. That is fiction. We have table of contents, index, glossary. That is going to go more with the nonfiction. Remember when we talked about the bold print and the italics? That is where you would find the words to see what they mean. Read in sequential order. That means that you would read one page after another, and you wouldn't skip around. That would be fiction, because we just kind of talked about that. And different text structures, including sequential, cause and effect, compare and contrast, problem, solution, and descriptive, that is going to be more of the nonfiction. Okay? When you go to this page, you are going to just sort the different covers into the proper columns. So, for example, Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is more likely than not going to be a fictional book. So I'm just going to move that there. So just kind of think about, what would I do? Could I say that Helen Keller, is that a real person? Do you think that this is going to be about a real person's life? Put it over in the nonfiction. Here you're going to find a fiction and nonfiction text, fill out the sticky notes, and record what you find about each book. Then write a paragraph summarizing the differences. So what you're going to do is you're going to just find a fictional book here and a nonfiction book here. You can even think about the books that we've read in school. Some of the books, I'm trying to think back, we've read a ton of fiction books. Nonfiction books, we read of course, I can't think of one right off the top of my head. I know with Rooted in Reading, we read some. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But nonfiction books, any of like the science or the social studies lessons that we've learned. You could even do about the unit in social studies that we're doing now about the different people who were fighting for a cause. Here you're going to sort the meaning of each type of the question in the box below. So who, which one of these boxes makes sense? Is a who important dates, details or evidence, time sequence, reasons, cause, place, or characters? This one, it would make sense for characters to move over here. So you're just going to go through and figure out which one of these boxes go to the different little sticky notes. Here you are going to ask and answer a who, what, when, where, and why, and how question about the scene. So you pick one of those types of questions. So like for here, I could say, what are they making? Here I could say, why does she look sad? Here I could say, why is no one holding him? Because he is adorable. Things like that. So you're going to pick one question to ask about the pictures. And then the last one, you're going to listen to the story over here and you're going to answer the question. So who is the story about? What is the problem? When does it take place? Where does the story take place? And then you're going to ask a question here and here and answer it. Okay, I hope this helps. Have a good day. Bye.